Sonic movies have an interesting history. The first trailer came out and it became the laughing stock of the internet because of ugly Sonic's design, so the studio delays the movie for 9 months to fix it. And then it comes out right before COVID shuts everything down. But despite the odds being stacked against it, the film still manages to make enough money to justify a sequel. A sequel that led right into this new one. A movie that was so anticipated that everybody was harassing the studio on their YouTube channel to release the trailer. Didn't matter what the video was about. Trailer for Quiet Place, release a Sonic 3 trailer. Trailer for Transformers 1, release a Sonic 3 trailer. Months of speculation over who would voice Shadow. Jim Carrey comes out of retirement to play Eggman again. And was the wait worth it? Yes. Yes, it was. I can say this is easily the best of the trilogy. I'm not someone who knows a ton about Sonic, so I'm not sure how accurate the lore in the movie is, but I will say the way they wrote Shadow as this tragic character was compelling. This is definitely the darkest of the trilogy. There's one scene that had me shocked that they went that dark. I'm not going to spoil it, but if your kids are sensitive, you should look up a content guide to see if your kids can handle it. The kids in my audience didn't seem too affected by it. In fact, by the end of the movie, they were standing and clapping, but every kid is different. Now, the tone of the movie can be a bit all over the place at points. On one hand, we have Shadow, who is a dark character with a dark backstory, and then we have Jim Carrey being goofy. Speaking of Jim Carrey, as usual for these films, he's great at it. There was one joke that pulled me out of the movie, though, where they break the fourth wall by acknowledging that he's playing two characters. Now, in something like Spaceballs, for example, that would fit, but here it's really jarring. There's also a reference to the movie Speed, which stars Keanu Reeves, who voices Shadow in this. So again, that kind of pulled me out with all the meta references. And the plot, like I said, is a bit all over the place. The movie involves a MacGuffin storyline about two keys that are needed to trigger a device, and it takes inspiration from spy movies, and I felt like I had seen this before. That being said, kids and adults will enjoy it, but more so kids. And there are two post-credit scenes, one of which sets up where we're going next, and I didn't know what it meant since I'm not really into the Sonic lore, but the kids in my audience sure do, and they were very excited. So it's great for Sonic fans, and it's great for the kids who are into Sonic, so I highly recommend Run, Don't Walk to see Sonic 3. For me, it gets an A-, a 9 out of 10, and a 4 out of 5 stars.